What's up, everybody? Connor Korgard here, live with the Kite Foil League event number 1 up at Sherman Island in California, north of San Francisco. We're here with kite enthusiast and CEO of the newly founded Kite Foil League, Willie McBride. Willie, what is the Kite Foil League? What's this inaugural event? What's it all about?
Yeah, totally. We're kind of just a group of, like you said, kite enthusiasts who want to see this thing really blow up, and we want to see good racing here nationally for kiters in the U.S. And really what we hope to see eventually is, more events here that are super high level, regional, national, international at some point events. And so this is the beginning. This is the first event that we've run, and really we're just looking to put on a super high level event for all the kiters who have shown up this weekend.
Awesome. So we've got some really big names here, and there's a very big depth in the fleet here. We've got about 20 to 25 athletes registered already and checking in this morning. We'll be live at 11, so stay in tune for that with your racing coming up. But for now, what is the purpose of this event? We've got such a heavy depth of athletes. It's really cool to see so many people here that are not just at kind of in the ranks of the sport, but necessarily the upper echelon too. We've got world champions here, everything down to kind of first-time racers here. What's the purpose of that? How does that add to the event?
Yeah, totally. When we started talking about what this was going to look like and kind of how to format it, we played with a lot of different ideas. We played with the idea of making it an invitation-only event, of making it open, and at the end of the day, we kind of tried to model this off of some of the things that we like to watch, like the World Surf League. But the cool thing about kiting is that the more people who do it, the better it is. In surfing at the World Tour events, they'll block off the whole beach, and they've got all kinds of festivities going on around it. But at the end of the day, there's really only 2 people out on the water actually surfing at a time. Whereas, our philosophy is the more people we can get involved, the more people we can get out on the water, the more people we can get, stoked to go kiting, the better these events are going to be. And so, this is, like you say, a really diverse group of kiters out here. Some people who are, just learning how to go around the race course and just mastering their boat handling. But, at the top end of the fleet, you've got world champions, you've got 2 Rolex Yachts People of the Year on multiple occasions. And, the depth of this fleet is pretty impressive. So I think it's going to be super high-end racing.
Awesome. So how do we incorporate that into going into this weekend? It's the first event on the tour in this league. So how do we kind of, what's our plan for the weekend going in? What are we planning in terms of number of races? How are we breaking it up over the 2 days?
Yeah, totally. I think we're really trying to get as much racing in here as we can. This venue is incredible. This is I guess today is day 3, but my first time up here to Sherman, and it's like paradise for kiting. It's 10 o'clock in the morning right now. The wind is on. We drove in and the windmills were turning, and it's going to be epic racing. So we're going to be able to start racing probably first warning at 11, shooting for 3 races in this little morning session. Everybody will come in, we'll do a little lunch break, little siesta. Generally here, we're expecting the wind to die in the afternoon, although that might not be as much the case today. We might basically have conditions to go all the way through. I think our goal is to run racing in sets of 3. We'll do 3 races on, take a little break, 3 races on, take a little break. And today, if we can get 3 sets of racing in, we'll do it. We're here to race. We're here to get as much good racing as we possibly can. So that's kind of the goal, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what the wind gods allow.
Awesome. I love it. So for today, we're looking at a start. Our first start will be at 11 o'clock. We're aiming for. So we'll, again, as Willie said, we'll have 3 races on, take a bit of a break. We might have to pause live stream at points, but we will be coming at you with interviews throughout the day and all sorts of media content. So be sure to stay tuned here on the YouTube channel, on the Facebook, and on the Instagram live stream. So going into the day then, again, we have first start at 11. How long do you anticipate kind of these race sets being? How long do you plan on us being on the water? Are we going to be out there till sunset? What's kind of the vibe? Do we leave it up to the athletes?
Yeah, no, we're definitely not going to leave it up to the athletes. No, we're here to kind of drive home the racing. You know, I think that at the end of the day, right now, we are planning on going out there. The first set likely will be around an hour and a half. The races right now, target time is about 10 to 15 minutes. So they're pretty quick, fast-paced races. You know, they're 2 laps apiece. And so these guys are ripping up to that windward mark. It's about a 3-minute first beat. So pretty quick. You've got to make your decisions really fast, and yeah, we'll rip off 3 races. We'll give the kiters a little bit of time in between, but you know, it's pretty tiring just to be out there in the water dragging around. So you know, we're gonna try to keep it moving, and I think at the end of the day, we'll kind of have to play it by ear. You know, we've got tacos showing up here at 6 o'clock or so. So, you know, hard stop when the race committee gets hungry. But I think that the goal is to fit as much in as we can. And so, you know, we anticipate the conditions are going to be good all the way to sunset. So, you know, we'll go as long as we can and as long as people are out there getting around the race course.
Until we get hungry for tacos.
Exactly. That's the word.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Willie. We'll let you get back to running the event and setting up this morning.
Nice.
We're going to go now over to an athlete actually competing here. We're going to sneak behind the scenes with you here. Let me grab my mic. And we're going to tuck over here to do a bit of an interview. Hopefully he's around. We have Will Sear, who is head of Sear Designs and designs some of these kite foil boards. And he's also a world-class athlete competing here at this event. So we've come over to his camp here.
Welcome to the house. This is it. This is where we train. So it's just like trying to be comfy and get as many hours on the water. So a bit of camping.
Awesome. So you're racing. You were out here racing yesterday. We had some practice racing on. How was that? How are the conditions? Can you speak to that at all?
Yeah, I mean, it was absolutely a dogfight as always. Like it started where it was, what's the biggest kite you can take out? Evan won the battle, and he just like smoked us for like 2 or 3 in a row. Like battle the winter mark, and then game over. And you even saw it. You were like, oh god, pretty embarrassing. But later in the day, wind picked up, and then it was like dogfight the other way, and I passed him on a couple downwinds, just pressing as hard as I absolutely could, and I think that'll be the game today. Just hold the line.
Awesome. So, yeah, you and Evan had a bit of a battle at the top. You said he was on a bigger kite. Now, in kite foiling, if you're not familiar, you're allowed to select and enter an event, actually, with 4 different size kites, and you can select which one to get out on. So what can you speak to the size? Do you know what size he was on? Is that something that's kept secret? How does that work going onto the water?
Yeah, it's kind of, you don't want people to know all the time. It's good to be the last guy out if you think you're doing something smart. So it's hard to tell. There's numbering on the kites, but if it's the wrong angle, you don't know. So end of the day, I just try to be really systematic. I try to show up to a spot before we race, get the numbers, know the sensors, and make it mathematical, because then it's emotionless. So that's what I'm going to do today.
Awesome. So we'll let you get back to whatever this is here. And good luck in today's racing.
Sounds good. Thanks for having us.
Awesome. Well, again, getting back into today, we'll be live with you at 11 o'clock, going live on our YouTube channel here for the Kite Foil League. So stay tuned for that. Until we get on the water, we have some prep to do. So stay tuned, and we'll be back at you shortly with more action on the water.